Good morning, or well, early afternoon here for me, everyone. This is Ed at CloudWhat. Today I wanted to do a quick video because there's a lot of controversy going around about when the event's going to get here. Is the event going to get here? What is the event? How is it going to happen and all that? And one of the things that's being discussed is, why is the event not here? Allison Cole received a lot of flack because, some of her clients were saying the first quarter of the year, and it didn't happen that way. So, everybody started giving her flack, basically blaming her because it wasn't here. When the blame is all strictly on us, people. It's one of those things that, how the best way to put this? All right, I got some notes, so I'm going to go over those, and hopefully it'll come out clear at the end. But it's like, when you sit there and say, oh, tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow I'll do it. And that's saying that tomorrow never comes. And it's true. If you keep saying, oh, tomorrow, 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 well, tomorrow is, just, an idea of what could be. It's not there. We can't grasp it. You got to think in terms of time is not real. Tomorrow is not anything real. What we choose to do, when we consider tomorrow, it becomes tomorrow. But tomorrow really never comes, as the saying says. The reason for that is because as long as you keep saying, well, I'll get it in the future or I'll do it in the future is kind of a concept that we've created. It doesn't truly exist. So you're never going to actually accomplish it. Anybody who's ever used their intention to bring something into their life to cause it to manifest, when you're manifesting that thing in your life, whether it be that new car, that new job, or whatever you're trying to manifest, you don't manifest of, oh, I want this to come to me, I want this soon, I want it. You manifest it by thinking about, I have this is what it is. You imagine yourself already holding it, grasping it, working it, whatever the position, whether it be a job, you're imagine yourself doing that job, enjoying that job. If you wanted to, have a car of your dreams, you imagine yourself in that car driving, what it's like to be in that car, how much you love that car, as if it's already yours. And that's how you manifest it into your life. It doesn't mean that poof, as soon as you think it's going to be there, it doesn't quite work that way. It will work that way once we get to New Earth, but we're co-creators, which means that, there's a large percentage of people on this planet. And we have to get together in groups to cause any real manifestations of what's going on in our world, mainly because there's so many of us. I don't want to go. I was going to go towards Jesus and his 90 days in the desert and how he came to being able to use the powers he had, but I don't really want to upset anybody about religion right now. Let's look what else I got on my notes here. Oh yeah, as humans, and this is what's going to cause the event. This is why people who have said that the event is going to be a very turbulent time. There's going to be a lot of shaking. The Hopis are saying that this is going to be the violent shaking of the earth that's going to basically wake up humanity. And the reason for this is, as a species, we seem to want to wait until all hell is broke loose before we actually come together, work together to do something that causes serious change. Other than that, we like to wander around, pretending we're ostriches and just sticking our heads in the sand when things are going that we don't like. We just try to ignore them. And it's really not the best way to live if we want to create change. What we got to do is actually create that change, and the only way we're going to do that is by not saying, this is what I want, please bring this into my life. You have to imagine it's already in your life. This is it's here type thing. So moving on in my notes here, yes, just like anything we do as light workers especially, or as a species in general, if you've ever looked into like the 100 monkey scenario where they teach monkeys like how to do a skill, and after 100 monkeys, all of a sudden monkeys know how to do it. It's kind of the same thing with us. If only a small couple of us are concentrating on something, then it's not going to reach the masses. And we're already awakening the masses. If you've looked around lately as to people who are actually starting to admit that they've been researching the stuff we talk about, UFOs, the event, quantum healing, hypnosis, channeling, crystal work. There's been a lot of people who've been dabbling in it, looking at it privately, and now that this is becoming more accepted in the general view of things, they're starting to come out of behind their closet saying, "Hey, yeah, I've looked into that. Oh, I don't know anything about that." And you can still scare them away by bringing too much to them. But if they're already looking at something, that means they're starting to wake up. And it's our job to help wake them up. And to do that, we need to come together. And I've already said this in other videos. But in this situation, we have to manifest our reality as now. We need to stop thinking of this as something that's going to come in the future. As long as we continue to think of it as a future event, it's going to stay in the future. We have to think of it as now. So this is what I'm doing. And from now on, I'm not, going to sit there and say, well, it's coming in the future. This is, in order to manifest it, we have to think of it as this is already here. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I want everybody that's been watching this video. If you resonate with what I'm saying, please share this video. Don't think of the event as something that's coming. Think of the event as now. This is the event. It's here. The change we want is happening now. And the more of us who think of this and actually feel it that way, it's like other people have said in other videos. You have to ground yourself in New Earth. You have to think of yourself as in New Earth. Consciously place yourself as being grounded into New Earth. It's the same thing. You have to consciously think of yourself as the event is already here. That way, you're consciously able to be in the event. Just my opinion. But like I said, if you resonate with what I'm saying today, please do like and subscribe and get this information out there. Share it with your friends. Everybody you talk to, tell them, stop thinking of the event as something that's coming in the future. Think of it as it's here now. The more of us who do that, the quicker that event's going to come. So until next time, God bless everyone. Source bless, whatever you want to call it. Until next time, I'm out.